Okay, Circus, was that good? Are we are we set for the YouTube video? Alright, how's it going everybody? This is Neg1. Today's stream I was I was reviewing the Meta Weekly 157 results, just looking at the full breakdown. Noble Knights and Invoke Neos were definitely most played in Swiss. And Desperado was kind of close. Well, it wasn't really close, but it was third with Blue Eyes and so on and so forth coming in fourth. Unfortunately, the new box was released and nobody ran Hieratics, we don't know it's flopped yet. We can still say there's potential, but very likely that Hieratics may not go anywhere, which is unfortunate. But given 21 Noble Knights, 16 Invoke Neos, and 9 Desperado, and I suppose 3 Witchcrafter, which it doesn't seem that significant, but just moving over to the full or the top 32 breakdown, we see Desperado converted the best. 7 out of 9, taking up the most spots out of any other deck in top 32. We have Noble Knights coming in at 4, and Witchcrafter 100% conversion rate. So a lot of people are going to be mad about that, but we take those. Blue Eyes, Cyber Dragons, Fire Canes, Teller Knights, so on and so forth. Notably, Invoke Neos, only one person topped with it, so we're not gonna we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, there were even Rescue Rabbits had one guy top with it, so which I don't think we see that deck in the breakdown, but you know, it's things are looking a little grim for Invoke Neos. So if we go over to the report, the we see the only Invoke Neos in top 32 ended up in top 16 from Trap Dexter, good friend of the show. Dex was running a fairly standard build, 3 Karmika, 2 Providence. He was running the Winda version instead of the Stratos version. So for those that don't know, there's been a bit of a split in how to build the deck. So most people in the past have been running Winda. I know MCS, Meta Championship Series, the winner was running 3 Winda. However, I believe there has been a development that instead of running Winda, some people have been running Elemental Hero Stratos. So with Stratos, you can normal summon it and then search another copy of Stratos. Or you can pop back row up to the number of other heroes you have, which I think may be the way to go with the deck going forward. I think if you stick with Winda is okay against Desperado, but in a lot of the other matchups, it kind of is slow. You will summon Winda, or you'll set Winda, and then on your next turn, you don't really have a play, so you'll probably just end your turn, let them do stuff. And so there's a lot of potential waiting that you have to do when you run Winda. However, if you run Stratos, your first turn, if you summon Stratos, you search another copy of Stratos, so that on your next turn, you're summoning another Stratos, which is either another Stratos to your hand, which can be summoned the next turn, or it can pop a back row. So off of the one Stratos, off the first turn, Stratos is that's only 1800 as a threat, but on the second turn, that's 3600 as a threat. Whereas the Winda, it just remains as a 1600 threat the entire time, which sure, Winda can float into an ulti Apelio, into an ulti Petalfin. However, I think Winda It's only really effective against Desperado that you want Winda, and overall, I think Stratos may be the way to go with the deck, but that's just my speculation, my thoughts. Um, and speaking of my thoughts, I ended up getting top four in this tournament. Here we go. It's me, smile. Um, I ran Witchcrafters with balance. So some things of note are I ran 3 Cosmic Cyclone, I ran 3 Collaboration, 2 Masterpiece, excuse me, 1 Karma Cut. I think some of this is standard. I know a lot of people have been going to 3 Collaboration. Um, in games 2 and 3, you'll often side out an extra copy of Collaboration. However, in game 1, you just want multiple engine cards in your deck just because it helps you for in terms of consistency, you know. Um, and in winning game 1, you're always going to play game 1, you know. Every set you play game 1, but and then so in game 1 you really benefit from the added consistency, and then in games 2 and 3, if you don't need the extra copies of Collaboration, you can side into, say, Forbidden Lance or Forbidden Dress. Forbidden Lance really good against like Karma Cut. Um, Forbidden Dress prevents targeting, but the more important effect is that it keeps your monster from being destroyed, which not only stops like um, like a Raigeki break, which Lance would also stop, but the more important part is that Dress prevents you from being destroyed by, say, a Noble Knight Driston or a um, Desperado Barrel Dragon. All of these effects that are monster effects in Destroy, Dress puts in a lot of work for, so that's why I think I cited a copy of Dress. I may have cited more, however, I only have 1 copy, so I stuck with 1. I cited 2 DNA Surgery because it's very effective against Noble Knights, and then 2 more copies of Karma Cut just because Karma Cut is like the best card in the meta, so you kind of have to run it, or because it's kind of like too good not to have access to. So that's the my reasoning there. In the end, we had Desperado winning it all. Nothing. Let me fix this. Desperado winning it all. Nothing too crazy. I feel like, for the most part, this deck is super standard. Every Desperado deck you're going to be seeing 3 Desperado Barrel Dragon, 2 Machina Fortress, at least 1 Twin Barrel, at least 1 Machina Gear Frame, 1 Misjudge, 2 Cup of Ace, 1 Fiend Comedian, 1 Head Judging, 3 Karma, 3 Buddy Force, and then the Temperance, and then another normal summon typically are the flex spots. And nothing, I'll be honest, there's nothing crazy about this list. But congratulations to the winner. I'd like to say thanks everybody who supported me while I was on stream. Uh, so I'd like to think that to a degree some people understand why I think Witchcrafter is good. Like I can when I'm playing the deck, I feel like it's a good deck, and then when I do enter tournaments, it performs well. So, you know, overall, I do think there is a lot of potential for Witchcrafter going forward. There's a lot of stuff to explore. Um, I've showed off some example lists of maybe some ideas to try out, so on and so forth. But um, yeah, just like thank everybody for watching. Oh yeah, another example of Desperado, fairly standard. And top 4 Goki ended up making it. um, we don't. Nobody knows how, except 3 system down, 3 DNA. So we kind of know how, but no one really knows how. But we kind of know. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Neg1.